Welcome back to the channel. I'm Corey Pratt, and this is Craving Cars. We continue with the 2020 Kansas City Auto Show, and with this, we're going on to the second video. So we got more. We got more manufacturers to walk through, more cars to look at. So let's just continue right in where we left off. Okay. Subaru, and you know what Subaru bought to attract the people in? We're not just talking cars here. They're really trying to trick people here. They brought puppies. Oh, that's a mean trick that they pulled with the puppies. But they're adoptable. So all these puppies are here to help. They're going to help get donations to help with the dogs, and then people can adopt the ones that are here as well. So that's really cute. And it should get plenty of foot traffic through here. Maybe they'll get quite a few of them adopted this weekend. Well, the only big thing that Subaru really makes on the performance end, at least in America, that is the WRX, and of course the more hardcore version, the STI, of which they did bring an STI in. And from the looks of all this, let's kind of do this. Ideally, it is a performance on a budget. That's the whole idea of this. Nice all-wheel drive systems and things of that sort. But they haven't changed it. It's an upcoming wait that a lot of Subaru fans have been waiting on, is for them to update the STI, and I believe that is coming soon. So has anything changed with the WRX STI? Not really. Still around your 300 horsepower, but basically you still got your four-door car, nice little short throw shifter in it, nice little car seats, big spoiler, and good brakes. And typically they always have the calipers a different color. This one they use some neon green, which tasteful in some, maybe not in others. Hi. What's going on, man?
Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you. Okay, let's take a look at a few Hyundais. Now, they do have maybe a couple things that might be worth looking at, so let's hope they brought them. And they've got a pretty good selection that they brought, a pretty good sized booth, so they got quite a few stuff. Let's take a look at just a few random cars that they brought, and of course we'll look at a few of the specially done ones here shortly. They do got some stuff that's worth looking at. There's your Hyundai Telluride version. I mean, it's not what it is, a Palisade or whatever. All right, well, here's one I wanted you to kind of look at if you haven't seen it from previous ones. It's a Veloster N. Now, some people may not be big Veloster fans, but when they did make this version, it is a very, very cool hatchback. It's just weird because it's 3 doors. Just make a 4-door version, get it over with. All right, we are in the Veloster N now. The 3-door setup, I don't know, to each his own. However, for off the showroom floor, little eco box kind of vehicle, I think you're getting a lot of performance for the money. You're getting up to 270 and some change horsepower, which isn't bad. A little 2-liter turbo with a 6-speed manual, and I think they really did a good job with this car. They balanced the suspension quite well, but then again, they did get help. They got one of the big wigs from the M division of BMW, hence why it's probably has an N. It's the next or something. However, it's really not. You can definitely see a little bit more on the savings of the interior with the plastics and stuff, but it's not really a killer of the vehicle. But we need to take one of these out and really see how it feels for ourselves. right, now across the hall, because you can see we were over there earlier, is luxury vans. Now we got a couple more luxury models to go through. We are now in the Acura booth, and right off the bat, they really got some cool colors, especially this blue. Oh, I love this blue color. They brought back their thermal orange pearl NSX, of which there's controversy of what people really like compared to the old one. I like them a lot. Now I have had the pleasure of sitting in the NSXs before. They're very tight though for my height. Unfortunately, that's my biggest complaint on them. I will get a chance to go in and ride in one to really kind of feel it, but I think the engineering behind it, the design of it, I really think it fits the bill, and it's in the right price range to be very competitive on the performance end and of course the pocket. But that's what the NSXs have always have kind of been, even in the past. Now we're entering to Lexus, and Lexus has a few. I mean, really, that's the only real sports stuff that comes from Toyota with any. Before the Supra came out. See, now I would think this would be more of the Infiniti Q60 competitor with two-door coupe. By the way, it's like the Acura. Oh, the paint on these things are. God, look up. Camera's not going to give this justice, but that looks sick. Anyway, what I'm saying is this is kind of more that competitor-wise. It's very similar sized car. It's kind of a performance-oriented to a point, because this actually has quite a bit less horsepower though. So this is a little over 300, where the Q60 is, it's a 400 horsepower car. And so now I'm kind of curious, are there additional trims, or are these easy to tune up, or are these not even in the same ballpark? But I really think the real big car to really look at here with Lexus is the LC500. What do you think? You know what this has in it, right? This is a 5-liter V8.
It's like
with upper 400s of horsepower. And take a look at this color. A little divider line over there. So those are buttons for the passenger to not touch, stay away. You have the right to smack the passenger's hands if they reach over the wall. I'll demonstrate as soon as Steven gets over to the passenger side and let him reach over, and then I will smack the absolute crap out of his hands, and that'll just be fun. Here you go. This is the Inspiration Edition. I'm not really sure what that means. Seats are actually very comfortable in here. It's actually a nice place to be. It's a little tight though. I would think for the size of this car that there would be a bit more room on the head side. I wish the seat went down a little bit further or something. But other than that, very cool, very nice, very comfortable car. It's a big, heavy car, but there's some power. Some nice, good V8 power out of this. So we'll have to take one of these out someday too to kind of see what I like. I really love the centered tack on that. That looks just sick. I love it. And yeah, it's just got a good look to it. Really cool with even the brown, tan, and the green. Kind of look in there. I think it's a good mixture. Leaving Lexus side, and we are into the Buick end, the brand that GM just can't let go. All right, well, I'm sorry, Buick fans. They didn't really bring a whole lot to really look at on Buick, so I think we're moving on into the GMC side, which is going to be trucks and SUVs. All right, of course, following GMC, you probably already know what's going to be next, and that is Chevrolet. Now, Chevrolet does have some things for us to take a little closer look at, including possibly the Corvette C8. So at least they're talking about it. Hopefully they'll have it. There it is, the C8, 495, a wonderful horsepower, naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8, mid-engine Corvette. Don't say it. You just keep walking. He's gonna say it. No, it's not.
It's a grown-up
No,
Fiero.
not a grown-up.
It's a grown-up Fiero.
It is not. It's a
Overgrown
vet.
Fiero.
It's proper. It is a proper vet. I mean, they've been talking about doing mid-engine since the 60s and multiple times
All right,
since
folks, in
then.
about,
So,
no,
there it is. Awesome. Check out, we have more footage on a reveal that Hendrick Chevrolet did
So if
last
you are
September, so
within the
take a look at that
sound
video.
boys, come on over to-
Of course, you still got the El Camaro, which I really like that. It's still a great muscle car. I've been told that they only have a few more years left before they might let go of it, so let's enjoy it while it's here. But see, when they first did this design in 19, this was like a black part of the bumper. So unless you got a black car, it didn't really match. It didn't look right to me. And that was the one thing I feel like needed to change, and they did that. So now you get them, that part, it's paint matched. That's pretty cool. Here's something we've taken a look at before at the show last year. Had not got a chance to get out to the dealership to take a better, closer look at them. We do have plans for that and permission, actually, if my understanding. But this is something new. I didn't see this. I don't know if this is a new addition, the little hard roof part on there. But really cool little, pretty damn good little performance three-wheel cars. I think they're great. Three-wheel cars I think are better with two in the front, one in the back. I don't like them the other way around as much. That's in that case it's a trike, like a motorcycle, but they're very cool little cars. They're very well finished, very simplistic. Take a look at, I'll show you. You like a lot of really cool and a hand-painted type of artwork, hand-drawn, hand-painted. He does it all. Really cool scenes, really cool cars, new and old. As a matter of fact, you can let him know of a car or a picture, and he could do it for you. But check out this guy. It's got some pretty kick-butt artwork. I like it. So if you're into that kind of stuff, there you go. All right, so Vanderhall is pretty cool. I think we're going to get an opportunity to go take a close look at those cars in the future. And now we're in Ram's section, which is not, once again, they're trucks. I don't know that they make a really cool Ram truck right now, do they? Where's the power wagon? You know, they make a power wagon. It's somewhere. There's not enough to look at. Unless you're into that van life thing. Once again, let's continue that tradition with the last and least. We looked at Ford Transit, we looked at the Sprinter, and here's the ProMaster. They didn't bring the high roof one, so I can't stand up in that one. So we're done with that. That sucks. Out of Ram and into Jeeps, which of course we saw this last year for the first time, but wasn't able to get in it. Now we can get in it. Yeah, actually they are. Watch the mirror. All right, we are in the new Jeep Gladiator. Now, this is kind of, I don't know, it's not the first time we've seen them and seen many of them. This happens to be just the first time I'm able to really kind of sit inside, but it's not a whole lot different than your JLs, your regular JLs, but There's a few differences. The major differences, well, the back seat area, and there's a bed in the back, as opposed to a enclosed. Well, it wouldn't be enclosed even the top off, but it's really cool. What do you think of having a truck that you can take the tops and even the doors off? Not a whole lot of pickup trucks you can do that with. But I feel like Jeep has really upped up the quality of the interiors since the JKs have been released even. So over the last few years, especially with the JL introduction, they've done a whole lot more weatherproofing on the dash. Just a real fun little vehicle. I'm still a huge fan of Jeep. I believe I would still take an unlimited Wrangler over the Gladiator, only because I have more use for that type of vehicle than a truck. Yeah. Let's take a little bit more. Take a look at a little bit more of the truck. You like Jeeps? You like trucks? Well, go check out the Jeep Gladiator. Yay, I didn't fall. I'm so happy about that. I really like that addition. I like the little orange accents, and I actually don't mind that color either. I think it goes good with the orange part. If it was something else, maybe black. I don't know. Of course, here we go. Get into some of my favorites. Of course, you've got the Wrangler, the Unlimited. The new Mopar steel doors are pretty cool, and then of course you got flashy. Obviously, got to go with the Rubicon version for sure. Probably doesn't show the color very well on camera, but that's called Bikini. Very interesting. We really do love Jeeps, and well, I'm sorry, I really do love Jeeps. There's many other different versions. I'm bigger on the Wrangler side of Jeeps, but hey, check out the Grand Cherokee, all that kind of stuff too. We are leaving the Jeep side, and we're going to check a little bit more about Alfa Romeo. Wait, we already kind of looked at Alfa Romeo, technically. Here is the actual Alfa Romeo spot where we can take a little bit closer look at the Giulia and the SUV version of it. All right, onwards, and into Muscle Car Haven.
What?
Dodge.
Muscle Car Haven was over there before.
No, it wasn't. What'd they have? A GT 500? What else did they have? What else did they have? One other, maybe V8? This is V8, 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 V8. Big power. Something I really always like, the new wide body that they've came out with on the Challengers is something they should have did from the very get-go. You might think of this as being a Hellcat. That is not a Hellcat. Well, it is, but that's the red eye. So you're a Hellcat being possessed by the demon. What do you think of nearly 800 horsepower stock car?
Not bad. Considers a Dodge. Like the wide body, but you know.
This is a Ford guy, by the way.
Figure big boats got to have outriggers. So.
No, what do you honestly though prefer? Hey, I know Dodge. You don't
It's
go
a
that
nice
route.
in between.
But would you go with a Challenger like this, or would you stick with more like a Charger look, like kind of a more modern looking car, or something that kind of has a retro look like a Challenger? Which ones do you prefer? 4-door,
Like
2-door?
retro. 2-door.
I mean, do you like the Challenger, or would you prefer a 4-door muscle thing like a Charger? Let us know down below. Okay, out of the muscle of Dodge and into Chrysler. What does Chrysler have that you would like to look at today, Steven?
Nothing I can think of.
Okay, on the Fiat, the the minivans, like back there. Look at that. Their essential stage thing is a minivan. Go figure. But they are kind of cool. Got a lot of room and tech and all kinds of neat little fun things if you're into that kind of stuff. Sport little bucket seats, nice little red accents, and a manual still, and a little Abarth 500. Look at that little guy go. I don't know about you, but I am kind of like the Abarth stuff. I do kind of like that. Now, on the Fiat side, that's really the only thing I've true interest in. The one over there that's very retro-like there. It's kind of cool wheels. Kind of like it a little bit. The Abarths are just definitely smaller than a Golf, probably closer to a Mini in size, and probably more comparable as far as performance to that as well, like a Cooper S. But you've got the Spider, the Fiat Spider here, made by Mazdas. It's a Miata rebadged, but they do use a more powerful engine, bigger liters, all that kind of stuff in here, which is kind of cool. But what I'm not 100% on, I don't fit in Miatas. You think Fiat changed these at all, or to make it maybe a lower seating position so I could fit with the headroom? Let's find out. Okay. We've got. How are you doing, little buddy? You like this car?
Yeah.
You want one?
No.
Shut the door. All right, now I've got. Let's try to sit in this right. I can't get this back any further, so that's as far as back as it goes. My head actually still kind of hits the back of that. I've got it lower as far as it can go, slid back as far as it can go. And so with that said, it's really strange because leg room, I'm actually not doing too bad. Now what Steven's gonna have to help me with is grab the camera and actually see if I'm fitting any better in the headroom department. I almost kind of don't feel like I am, because I could do one of these still and look out the top. Steven, want to get a little wider angle and see if, try to get as level as you can. Is my head sticking up over the windshield? Does it look like my head's sticking up over this?
I think you're a little over, or at least even.
But not as bad as the actual Miata though, is it? Which is funny because I can still do that and look out the top. But with it being the Fiat version, I was hoping they changed the seats enough. Maybe I could fit and drive one of these, since the Miatas are a little tight. I'll just have to try it. I think if the top was up, I'd be like this. Well, so what do you guys think? Do you guys like the Abarth little Fiats and stuff, especially the little Spider, the 124 or 124, however they want to say it? It's very nice proper manual. Once again, you don't run into a whole lot of that. I would like to really feel what the balance is like in one of these, since the Miatas are a little tighter in the headroom, I think, than this one. Maybe I should go try this one out instead. Or just on a nice day, put the top down on the Miata and deal with it. I'll probably do that. Let us know what you think. Once again, if you see something you want to see us in more often, leave in the comments below, and just, hey, we like to hear from you anyway, so let's hear some comments. What'd you think of the show? Did you go to the show? Have you made any other auto shows? Do you plan on making any other auto shows? And what cars are you most excited to see? I know we've got 2/3 of the show through now. We've got one more to go. Please like, share, and subscribe, of course, to the channel if you have not done that already. And we're going to see you on the next episode of the 2020 Kansas City Auto Show.